think we're good. We'll see. Anybody watching? Anybody out there? Here. Follow me around this way. How's that? That better? Microphone working, maybe? Yes. Maybe no. Should be working, right? We good? I just want to get this straight. Just so you know, I just caught a 10-pounder. So I got it all on video, thankfully, but yeah, 10-pounder. Wow. Okay, so I'm out here on a smaller lake. We'll call it Lake X. How about that? And fish are really deep. It's cold. Kind of nice today, but the water's in the upper mid 40s. So just catching them. I'm using this right here. If I can get it on the hook. So just using the old Seaman Graph Shad. Now, if you've seen me crappie fishing here the last little bit, I've been using the new version of this, which is a micro. It's a really tiny one. But this full size that came out last year is what I'm using for these bass. Kind of fishing the same way. It's like crappie fishing. Kind of bass fishing's turned into that. But I'm also putting a little scent on there. You know, in the wintertime, I think that's when scent is the most important. I really like to use it in the wintertime because so many times those fish are getting a good long look at that bait. They're really moving slow. Like even when I'm fishing for them here, there's some bait out in this open water and there's some fish around and under it. They're in groups, but I don't see them moving very fast. So it's not like they're really chasing it, but if I can get this around a group of them, singles are a lot harder to catch, but little groups, one of them, you know, it's the old adage, you know, whoever eats the fastest gets the mostest. So my microphone is working because it's windy. Kind of far away, ain't I? Got a new stand. It doesn't go up as high as the other, but it follows me, which is kind of cool. See if he'll bite. He's looking at it. did. God dang, that's what happened. So what I need to do is, so I'll take and I'll wrap thread around the hook shank, and what that does is, I'm gonna get you a little closer here. Put you up a little closer. See how that goes. Might be too close. Can't really see me. There we go. How's that? That's better. What do you think? A little better? I know that sun is like, yeah, you see how the camera follows me? Kind of cool. Maybe not. I wants to follow the sun for some reason. I don't believe it. There's a bunch. Still hanging in back there? Yep, I think so. We got 30 comments. What comments? Up here. Just the fishing. Surely I can catch one of these. That one looks interesting. I did it again. Took it right away. I will catch one. It'll be easier than what I'm making it out to be. Yep, got that one. I got his buddy. I missed the first one. Not a bad one. Not so bad. Come on. Water's really clear, like I said. So I'm using, okay, there you go. See, so I'm using light line. That's always key. Two reasons. One is being able to get the bait down there and have a lot of action. The other is just keep that line as less visible as possible. But with a light line, your bait definitely has more movement. It acts better. It looks better. So there we go. See how you did, boys? Yeah. Wasn't that easy, but kind of. Just back them crappie fishing is what we're doing. Let's see here. Oh, I was looking at it. Yeah. You think fish are kind of dumb until you watch them. How many ignore your lure? They're a little smarter than we give them credit for. Let's see. I made a good cast. See if they care. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Never know. Don't be the cast. Bait was kind of run off and left me. They're right here under the boat now. They're deep though. Not like these fish are shallow at all. Little tree down there. I haven't really caught anything like around anything. They're just out in the open. Well, I see a couple around that tree right there. I see a lot more not around the tree. Maybe it's a catfish, maybe it's a big bass. We can find out. Just enough wind to make it kind of tough to keep the boat right, but when there's no wind, yeah, That one took a long time to commit, like a long time. Fish that size, he should have bit a little quicker than that. That fish was in like 38 foot of water. Not crazy. Reminds me of the old Douglas days. Put him back in there. So, but yeah. Let me see. I'll show you what I'm using now. Like I said, this is 7-pound Sunline leader. That's the Z-Man Graph Shad. Now the rod I'm using here is a 7.5 GLX. It's let me block that sun. So it's a 7.5 GLX 3-power, which is it's a little stronger than, let me get this sun where you can see. Okay, it's a little stiffer action, but fishing pretty deep and kind of a long ways away from the boat. So that little heavier action helps get that hook in them. Stratic CI4 Plus is, this thing is losing its mind, isn't it? Okay, right there. Stratic CI4 Plus. That's Sunline braid as well. SX. I believe that's 10-pound. I don't typically use that much heavier than the leader, honestly, because I like just how much easier it is to make a long cast with that lighter braid. But that's the setup. That, using the old Lowrances, of course, this time of year. This time of year, let me see, what do we have for comments here? Let me see. If I can figure this out, I'll figure it out. Nope, that ain't it. I'll find them. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look, all kinds of good stuff in here. All right. And that one, this one. Lighting. Oh my gosh. You see how much stuff is on here I didn't even know about. There, green screen. We don't need a green screen, surely to God. Okay. All right. All right, well, we're back at it. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Catching bass. Catching bass. This thing where it doesn't follow me anymore, but I know it's kind of a low angle. It's sort of weird, but that new stand isn't quite as tall as the one I had before. But I'm a little nervous about the one before, because especially on a windy day, you got your phone sitting up there on top of a stand that's teetering back and forth, and yeah, could end up cutting the broadcast, that's for sure, by visualizing the bottom of the lake. That looks like a crappie right there. That's what I should be chasing, right? held still, but they don't. They keep moving. You got to kind of lead them a lot. Oh, oh. Steal his meal. Honestly, they get so close to it, I think they actually have it when they don't. He's still following it. I gave up on him. I like the easier one where it's a whole big crowd. U-boats out. Let's see if this one is the one. There. Yeah. Like I said, you got to lead on this. So hard to. Telling you I'm going to fix that, and I don't. Kind of typical. Kind of typical. It's an easy fix. Drop a super glue. I don't want to take time to switch baits. South wind though, that's helpful. Last couple of days have been north wind, and that is cold, man. I gotta be able to catch a big one. One big one was good. I always gotta catch one. Looking around, you know how it is. Grass is always greener. Know where it was. Right near the top. I think that in wintertime. Maybe they're trying to warm up for that sun as well. Like I said, I'm out here on Lake X fishing today. Thankfully, I live in Tennessee where you can fish year round. You don't have to deal with ice. I know a lot of you guys, gals out there, are dealing with ice. And I've been ice fishing before. That's why I'd rather do this. This to me is more fun, although it's just sort of a same version, dropping it over the side. I got the comments on the deal offering now, but I need to get them back up and see what's going on. But typically the questions are kind of where you're at, what you're doing. They're usually mad about using the forward facing. That usually gets them pretty riled up too, but too bad. We're fishing with it. Come on, get it. It's just part of the technology that's available. Now, I know when it comes to tournaments, I probably feel different about it tournament-wise than just fishing-wise, to be honest with you. So, that's my 2 cents. But the Lowrance has been something, you know, I've used it now. I've been with Lowrance for 26 years. And flasher, liquid crystal graph on my first boats. And we trusted the flashers more than we did the liquid crystals. They were a little more accurate. Nowadays, it's just the technology's gotten so much better. Right there. How big he is? Not terrible. Not terrible. Kind of fun though. Right there, couple pounder. Hold still. See that graph shed? That's what they like. Totally a minnow game. That's that Z-Man one. Pretty clear color. Water's real clear. See how kind of dark colored he is. Typically that's how bass get, is like in cleaner water. Their colors will get a little more vibrant. Whereas like if the water's dirty, that's usually, they kind of get kind of ghosty looking. But let's see. He had some friends down there, but why didn't you catch one of them? They don't stay stupid. You wish they would, but they don't. It's downright nice when that wind quits, but Nice throw. And that's right back to that group. All over it. Typically, like, if they don't bite it right away, a lot of times you kind of missed your little window there. Usually it gets harder the longer it's around them to get them to bite it. I didn't see it. It didn't care at all. Three of them up pretty shallow. Wow. Swam away from it so fast. If I was shooting at it, you wouldn't have got any further away from it. Couple down here on the bottom. I'm just hoping they're not catfish. This lake's got a lot of big catfish. Lily can tell you about those. If she was out here, she would definitely be catching that joker. Definitely. Lily's my daughter. She is quite the angler. Especially when it comes to catching catfish. I don't know why. There's one around. She's getting it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more of this. Put a little more of this on there. Kind of all wore off. Doesn't stay on there too well, but put it on there. That Procure stuff there seems to stick better than anything else. Honestly, tried a lot of different flavors and styles. There's a lot of them out there, but it used to be kind of that sticky, sort of a gel-like, in order to stay on that bait very long. I think I need like even a heavier head than this one. This is like a quarter. Probably better off with that 3/8. Problem is I get to them quicker, but I can't fish it very slow around them then too. I gotta keep it moving so fast. Sort of a catch-22. It gets there faster, but then it goes by them faster too. Okay, shut up. Wait, you gotta see this. Okay. Look where that graph shed is. And look what I that crappie is huge. He has that full size graph shed. I mean, out of sight. Holy wow. Wow. That's me. Crappie king. Crappie king. I mean, all the way down. Like it is. Out of sight. It is a full size graph shed. It isn't like the little micro sheds that I usually use. I'll show you the difference. Wow. Okay, got that out of there. Look at that crappie. That is a big crappie. I mean, that's big. Big. Awesome. All right, turn him loose. I know, right? Throwing back crappies like that. Yeah, so this is the size I'm using. Now I want to show you the comparison. The one I use for crappie fishing. That's the one I just caught the fish. That's how much difference. That's the one I crappie fishing with right there. Love that little setup. It's the same bait, but just the new micro series of it. But gosh dang, what unbelievable. That was huge. Huge. You can't avoid them, you know. I try not to just catch crappies, but the crappies love me apparently. Set it up a little bit different. Look, not quite as straight behind me. I need to get a taller tripod. I like this new tripod. It follows you and stuff, but the height of it it's safer, that's for sure. My bad. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you this deal right here. Since we got a little time. Okay. Dig around. Organization is key. It's key. It's really key. I can't find anything because I'm not organized. Okay, I'm back. Had to get some glue. So here's the deal. I like this Gorilla Glue a lot. I like the gels, the gel glue. Let's see, is this one even? Ooh, that one's been in there a minute. Yeah, I know, you can relate. Okay. I gotta put a little bit of this straight there. So you see that little keeper that's in there? And then you put that Elastec cup on that. Now the thing is, Elastec loves super glue, or maybe hates it. I don't know, whichever way it is. It sticks to it extremely well, really well. So, all right. See what this guy's doing. There's one hanging out underneath the boat. Probably figures it's safer. like I said, those ones that are like by themselves are just way harder fish to catch. When they're in a group, it's just a better deal. I wish I could get this sun a little better. I know it's like keeps staying right in your face. This one here, I'll get this organized one of these days. Okay. This was the other one I was using right here. So that's the Z-Man jerk shad on that head. I'm fishing it with the Baitcaster, which is that new BFS system, that finesse Baitcaster. It's really impressive how well that thing works with just really nothing baits. That bait obviously is pretty large, but like I can take a crappie fishing. I can throw a little flat side crankbaits with it. It's crazy how good that reel is. It comes to throwing just nothing really, just little baits. Spinning reels is something we kind of all start with, right? But I like the control that a Baitcaster has. Like you're never really dealing with like the loops and the slack line and the things that you do with a spinning reel, but not like they're a problem. Accuracy, my casting accuracy with a Baitcaster is way better than with a spinning reel. If I'm in around the shore, fishing docks, and stuff like that. Balls of shad out here. Like if I can see 4 or 5, there's probably that many more over there as well. Into the wind. 80 feet. Let's go. We know how to stay about 80 feet away, that's for sure. That one, maybe. Oh, yeah. Not surprising. Most of them don't. But some do. Come on, folks. Good. Good. We got a big one on here. Got a big one. Another 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pounder. Oh, okay. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of out of frame. Get this. There. Now we're good. Definitely hammer. Catfish it. Okay, it came off and I caught it. Honestly, that just happened. Came off and he's laying there. I scooped him. Nowhere near the size of that first one. But that is a nice one. That is a nice big old fish. Can you believe that? Honestly, it came off right when he kind of came up, went upside down like that. Bait came out of his mouth, but I was still able to reach and grab him. Yeah, things are going right. Turning back. Wow. I'm glad you got to see that. That was unbelievable. It came off like that. I'm all gun shy because I ain't kidding you. I actually caught a 10 pounder a couple hours ago. I'll put a video up, try to get it up maybe tomorrow. Put it together tonight, have it up there tomorrow so you can see it. It's crazy. I don't have any scales with me, but what I do keep with me all the time, I'll show you. I'll show you what I got here. Show you all my tricks. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But right here, pair of bogas. In fact, when I used to fish redfish tournaments, that's what use that to land all kinds of fish, especially fish you don't want to grab. But I got it on a little dog trainer deal there. I don't think it actually floated, but it gives me something else to hang on to. So what I used to do is, or I still do now, is I keep this in the boat. So when we go up north and we're catching those pike and we're catching those mudfish and we're catching critters you just don't want to grab, that right there, or really big fish, like catch some in 15, 20 pound drum. A pair of these right here, invaluable. But what they do have on them is a little scale. You can kind of see it. There it is right there. See that scale right there? So it's like in half-pound increments. So, but that bass I caught earlier went over the 10-pound mark. Crazy. Crazy. That is by far the biggest fish I've caught this year, since it's, what, the 5th or something? Yeah, no wonder. How's my battery doing? Battery's doing all right. Okay. Okay, so we're back in. Back at it. That was crazy. That one, there was only a couple fish there, but it was very interesting. That was very not interesting. Swam away. Said they keep moving, so like you'll see them and you try to throw to them, but by the time it sinks, it kind of sinks where they were, not where they are. Ooh, this might be good. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, so like you can see those fish there are nowhere near where they were. Bait's over there by itself. It's tough to get that. Tough for me anyway. The experts, they throw over there and catch them all. Oh, there we go, come on. Here under the boat. What it is about boats that can be so attractive to fish. I used to do that all the time when we went up north. It'd be smallmouth fishing. Like, you kept your eye on the stream. If you saw a fish under the boat, that was a caught fish. Like, for whatever reason, those fish that would show up under that boat kind of hanging with you, they were biters. I don't know if you've ever witnessed that before, but if you've ever been to, like, I don't know, any of the big smallmouth fisheries up north, St. Clair, Erie, and any of those places like that fish that would show up and just kind of use drifting, or however you use fishing, typically you drift up there. They would, they fell up and just stayed underneath the boat with you. Yeah, you just count that one caught. They're getting a little harder to do that way though, and I think it's because of a lot of this. They get fished for now. These fish 5-10 years ago didn't get fished for at all. Was not, well, you couldn't. Like, I mean, there's just no way. You couldn't keep a lure near that fish because he's not around anything. He's just out in open water. When I turn around and look, they're kind of like right back where I was. Looks like they're holding still. had a cameraman, so to speak. Come on. Yeah. A little bit easier to do that way. I don't want to be constantly going back there and trying to figure out the comments. So just fish with me for a little while. I'll just keep talking. Let's think of it. I haven't been able to keep up with any here for a minute. This one's got, he's gonna see it. That's more meat right there. Those probably aren't the ones. Buddy, there's a bunch of them back there. Probably a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just saying that. But anyway. Well. I'm just glad you got to see that deal with the fish coming off of his hand like that. Like it was unhooked. And I just oh, it's like you hope would happen. The tournament, that fish was gone. fun and stuff. Start over and not kind of get stuck on the same old. There's nothing like finding a new good area. Many of the places I've fished over the years, I've fished them so much, and then you find a good area and you end up going there over and over. But the first time you find it, it's like, man, that was so cool. That's what I'm going to do a lot of this year. Do a lot of the electronic stuff. That is an important part of the game now, but it's not the only part. Right now, that's what we're doing today. But honestly, there's a lot of fishing to be done that you don't have to use forward facing on. Flip around and stuff. I'm really looking forward to that. Lake once the water gets high again, gets up around them bushes. Last spring I had a really good time doing that. Catching them old bass the way you used to catch them. Yeah, water gets high too, you get that yellow flower pattern. That's always fun. If you've ever been to Kentucky Lake, you know what I'm talking about with the yellow flowers. It's a fun way of catching fish. You really get in those things. What happens is when the lake's down in the winter, in the spring it starts warming up, then those banks that are dry, the grass and bushes and everything, just the weeds, everything just starts growing on that ground because it's got moisture and it's sun's hitting it. I mean, it's just ideal. Get plants growing, and those things grow and they get bigger and bigger. And there's this weed that grows that gets pretty tall. It gets waist high. And it's got real solid stalks to it. It's got yellow flowers all on the top of it. And then when they start to get the spring rains and the lake starts to come up, it floods into those flowers. And man, can that be some good fishing? I mean, really good. It's fun. You can do all kinds of stuff. Swim jig, especially with frog and buzz bait, stuff like that. There's just a lot of ways to catch them. Very good stuff. It's a good time. Forward to that. Then when I get up ledges, I'm back to doing this here, but you know, throwing a crankbait across some ledges when you first get there, before you ever start. This is kind of what I do after the fact. Start off with a big crankbait. Get some bites on that first. I like getting this one fired up with a crankbait. Anytime, on two at a time. Catch them every throw for a while until they get kind of get used to it. Well, these fish acting so interesting. Probably got a little too close to the boat. Okay. One more try here. Let's see if I see anything else that looks really good. All I did was chase it. Seems like they're chasing it away. But anyway. Got this bunch out here. Yeah, 10 pounder would have been cool live. At least I got it. I hope I did. Go back to footage, my phone or something. Two right here. This is going to be our last hurrah. Come on. No way. They said no way. Okay. Anyway. That's alright. That's okay. That's okay. So, here's my setup right here. So, GLX 893. Shimano Stratic with CI4. It's right here. The Z-Man Graph Shad. Right there. You can see. It's made out of Elastec. I don't know if you've ever dealt with Elastec, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy plastic. Crazy good. Sunline line, 7-pound leader. And that's it. Pretty simple. That and using the Lowrance is, you couldn't do this without it. You have to use that that forward facing deal for this type of fishing. That's what you got to use. Now, if we're just fishing the bank or something, you don't have to. But out here in this open water like that, trying to find these fish that are underneath those balls of, this is this big, we call them bait balls, but it's just groups of shad. They huddle together, and then those fish kind of cruise along next to them, and occasionally they just swim up through them. Or if the water gets cold enough, you start getting that shad die off. Those shad just start kind of flaking off from the pack, and those fish are there to get them. So, but I'm glad you watched with me. We were out here, did a little fishing today. It was fun. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, get on your notifications and all. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more content with this. I'll try to put links and all on my rest of my social media, obviously Facebook and Instagram. Do a little bit on Twitter, but not too much. But Instagram, Facebook, got 2 pages on Facebook. So way back when you had to have a friend page, and now I got a like page. So there's 2 of them on there. So if you look for them on there, look for the like page. That's the one that I'll be putting more stuff on there. The friend one is loaded up, and I don't put much on there. It's just been there for years. But Instagram is where you'll find me most of the time. And now on YouTube. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you. Be sure to watch for that 10-pound video. I'm so looking forward to watching that. Gosh, I hope it's good. I hope it's good.